band drama. Let's talk about Van Halen, a band that never causes drama. Yeah, they don't do that. What's up, everybody? Jake here, and today I'm gonna hop on the train about talking about Van Halen possibly doing a reunion tour this year. So, a lot of news has come out lately, and I thought that it would be nice to kind of put it all together and see what I think. So, let's jump right into it. A few months ago, supposedly, Van Halen management reached out to Micheal Anthony, who is now playing in Sammy Hagar in the Circle, and just simply said, "What are you doing this summer?" And he simply said, "I'm touring with Sammy." Why? And then he never heard back from them. So it's very odd that they kind of, threw the ball, Micheal Anthony caught it, threw it back, and then they never threw the ball back or asked him anything else. Seems weird. So, Micheal Anthony becomes public about that, and Sammy Hagar even says, "Hey, if you want to split your time between our band and Van Halen, you have my blessing." Which takes quite a stand-up guy to say that. Like, hey, those people that threw me out of their band for supposedly no reason, yeah, go hang out with them if you want, and you can still be in my band and we'll make it work. I think that's super cool. Anyway, so time goes on and the rumors start spreading, Van Halen 2019 tour, it's gonna happen. And David Lee Roth, in an interview, stated that the classic Van Halen lineup will play a show this summer. He actually stated that they were going to be playing with somebody else famous at the same place the Yankees play, being Yankee Stadium, I think. I don't know sports. I hope that's a thing. Anyway, so people are really excited. But if you're talking the original Van Halen lineup, you're talking about Eddie Van Halen, Alex Van Halen, David Lee Roth, and Micheal Anthony. Now, fast forward to maybe a month ago. Micheal Anthony posts a photo on his Instagram of him just hanging out by his RV, just talking about going on tour with the Circle. And somebody commented, "I thought the Circle was on hold because of Van Halen." And Micheal Anthony stated, "Van Halen tour, not gonna happen." So, huge shutdown there, and that means the classic Van Halen lineup is not going to happen. I mean, if they're gonna call it the classic lineup and have Wolfgang up there, that's just kind of a disgrace to their name. And then later on, he clarified again, no Van Halen reunion I'm part of. Yeah. So that kind of reinforces maybe they're thinking something else. Maybe Wolfgang's playing bass. Maybe Gary Sharon's coming back. I don't know. Now, to go back to the whole thing that David Lee Roth said about them touring in the summertime, it is middle of May right now. So if they were going to go on a legit summertime tour or do a show, you think they would have announced it by now, because next month is June, which is when summer starts. So for them to, if they say they're doing a show over the summer and they haven't announced it by now, that's a really bad move, because people are going to want to travel to see it, and if they don't have enough notice, they're not going to be able to do it. So as far as a summertime show or tour, I absolutely doubt that's going to happen. Now, as far as the rest of the band goes, nothing. Alex and Eddie seem to fall off the side of the earth as soon as they go off tour, and you don't hear from them, you don't see them. They post on Instagram maybe once every 6 months, and it's usually just a picture of Eddie's motorcycle or something. And it's absolutely nothing, which I kind of respect. I really hate when a band starts throwing around rumors when, nothing's going to happen. Like David Lee Roth saying the classic lineup. It's it doesn't seem like Eddie and Alex and obviously Micheal Anthony is not on board at all. So it's really hard to say at this point because they stay so quiet. It's kind of their thing to tour, disappear for 3 years, tour, disappear for 3 years, and so on. However, if with Micheal Anthony out of the question, I just don't know, because they've been touring with Wolfgang and the response has been pretty bad. I'm not saying Wolfgang's a bad player, but I'm saying that Van Halen is one of those bands that it is so hard to take a key member out and replace them and have it work. They did it with Sammy and David. In my opinion, please don't throw tomatoes at me. But for them to do that again, after all this drama, I highly doubt anything's in the works anymore, because that's just kind of what David Lee Roth does, is kind of stir stuff up. Even Sammy Hagar has mentioned, like, the circle could open for, you know, the legit Van Halen, or, you know, whatever, and he's been reaching out and been like, let's just be friends, I don't really care if we, you know, talk or not. And one thing really interesting I found out is a little while ago, Sammy Hagar and Alex Van Halen had a phone call together and supposedly just talked for like a half an hour, and it wasn't even relating to music. They were just like, how you doing, you know? And I don't know how that call happened, but Sammy did mention that they talked, but again, he hasn't talked to Eddie since the tour we all try to forget, the '04 tour. So that's my thoughts. As far as a summertime tour, I would be very, very surprised if they announced it. But, you know, I don't think them playing a show or a tour is out of the question. I certainly hope they do. You know, they've been my #1 inspiration. Eddie is, you know, God to me. And I've never been lucky enough to see them. I'm seeing Sammy Hagar in a few weeks, and I am ridiculously excited. But to really get to see Eddie up on stage would be a true dream of mine. So, of course, I wish they could all just patch it up and go on tour and play a show. But at this point, I'm not quite sure if it's going to happen. What do you guys think? Do you think we should be expecting a Van Halen reunion this year? Let me know down below. Anyway, guys, pretty much going to do it for this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, throw a thumbs up on this video, and any comments, throw them down below. See you guys later.